from BGR.com. Um, Console games will be on sale. And the only thing they really got going on here is what I'm seeing is the 12-month Xbox Live Gold membership. It's going to be $50. Mostly it is TVs, a lot of streaming stuff, tons of iPhones and tablets. This is the world we go into, MC. No more action figures and toys. What's the deal? Tablets and phones and laptops. It seems like that's going to be the hot items going on this year at our Black Friday deals, along with clothes and other miscellaneous stuff that people probably don't care. But like you said, most of the stuff goes on Amazon and people buy it early. And it kind of takes away the
Yeah.
whole waiting in line anymore. But that's the part I think that is sad is now you talk about that toy or that action figure you got, or you talk about how your faces light up when you find that one toy that basically expands their imagination. And what are they looking for now? They're looking for something that takes that away from them, puts them in the world of video gaming or the phones or the tablets, and takes them away from doing something like that. And now, even when you see commercials, most of these toys have some kind of electronic ability that takes away the imagination of a child to play and actually put things together in their head of like scenarios for action GI Joe or X-Men or things like that. You don't even see those on TV. You don't see like this week to get the Wolverine action figure. You don't even see that stuff. And so it's sad because when you look at Black Friday deals, the first thing people are looking for is what kind of TVs, video game consoles, and when you see these videos, these retail stores are lining that stuff up front. You know, get your DVD player for $20, and that's a shame because it takes away what Christmas was all about. Even when I walk through the stores now, toys are pretty much not like the toys they were when I was a kid. So
They're more expensive. They're geared a lot of times towards adult collectors and stuff. And you're right, and we could do a whole episode on the transition of today's youth and what's interesting and taking their interest over. It's maybe less about the toys and more about into the electronics, and which then delves into a dark place of becoming and seeing and experiencing older things that they shouldn't be probably seeing at a younger age, but that's the age we live in. I would love to get our good friend and therapist friend on here to discuss probably the impacts of that too. That would be a whole episode in itself. But yeah, I think we both can probably agree the golden age of that type of stuff with GI Joes and Transformers, all the type of good stuff that we grew up with, and there was kind of a golden era for both. Just
maybe we'll save that for
fond
Christmas.
memories.
We'll save that for the Christmas edition.
That probably would be best served for that. But yeah, it's a total Black Friday has become a totally different phenomenon for, and its influence on shop to people that they have to get this deal, and in seriousness, some of these deals you're not going to see and come around, so that's why they want you to get them and get them now. They're not going to put the same type of deals on. You might find it online, for a similar price at some point, but yeah, they create a phenomenon. This is the only time you can get it for this price. You got to come in or you got to buy it online. And I work very closely with online type of sales and distribution. So in a lot of cases, you're buying something online. There's a whole host of people, in those areas that I work closely with that has to bust their ass and bust their behind to find and pack and ship out and distribute this stuff to people and get it out to them, because that's what this age has become. Shop, and it's not just in person; it's online too. So it's the crazy times we live in, Jester.
So as you're out there this Friday doing Black Friday and you're shopping, just be careful. One of the things I was looking up on CNET.com, giving you some tips on what to do for Black Friday. basically Black Friday has kind of lost its fizzle a little bit. They're basically saying that every day is Black Friday right now since the holiday season started. And more than likely, some of these things that you're going to see on that day for a certain price is probably going to be that price another week or so away. So don't go out there and bust your ass for that day. And also it says, do your homework and find out like what these big box stores are offering. Maybe you can get it online. Maybe you can find it somewhere else. Also, don't just go buy something because it's cheap, because it might be a cheap piece of shit. So the last thing you need is that. Also telling you that don't overlook some of these refurbished things that people sell. Meaning that there's probably things out there that like phones or computers that are refurbished from Apple or Macintosh that may be a good deal anyways, and you don't have to go sit in line and try to fight through to get a new product when something's probably just been taken care of and it's a refurbished item and it's probably on sale. Also, it says make sure you go online to see if anybody's got any store ads that are already out and things like that. And I know from me personally doing Black Friday myself, because I had kids and I've been out there waiting in line, the best place to go is find a small town where there's not a bunch of people, and you'll be surprised. If you go to a small town Black Friday sale and you head to a Walmart or a Target, the lines are not that big, and people tend to be a little bit more friendly. And so if you got a small town around your area, go to that store, because they don't deal with what the big major cities deal with, which is pretty much, it's like a Fight Club for shoppers on Friday.
I have a good friend. Yeah, I have a good friend in the Phoenix area who's specifically taken a little getaway to go up to the Flagstaff area because the stores are a lot, especially with a lot of the college kids out of there. He's in your neck of the woods. He's just going to kind of shop up there, and because it's a lot less hectic, and yeah, it's going to be a lot better experience for him to go do that than to deal with the craziness of the big city shopping. And I'm just going to piggyback on what you were saying there too, and not to really give a PSA, but these people are way, both of us have done it. So the employees are away from their families to have to work. You could say, hey, they choose to do this, whatever stuff. It is what it is. A lot of them not necessarily want to be there on Thanksgiving, and especially if you can't find something, be nice to those people. They're doing the best they can to help you too, but they're also away from their families. Their holiday is spent having to deal with ravenous customers who sometimes aren't very friendly and are very rude at times. Because they want what they want, and sometimes they're not going to get it. And nobody deserves to be treated like that, especially on a holiday, and especially when, in all likelihood, nobody wants paid. Everybody would rather have the holiday off. At least 90% of the people I've ran into would rather be at home with their families, not spending it there. Money is one thing, but having to deal with people who are, sometimes out and out just rude pieces of shit to them is not fun at all. So remember that when you're shopping. These people are human beings. And, most of the people I've ran into are genuine, nice people. They'll help you with anything you need. And if they don't have what you're looking for, it's not their fault personally. Because I can tell you from personal experience, we don't do the ordering. A lot of times it's done on the corporate or distribution level. We get what we get, and it is what it is. So yelling at a cashier, yelling at a floor team member who's just trying to get through the day, mind you, and yelling your frustrations at them isn't going to get your item to you any more or less than it is. So just remember that when you're out and about, and obviously be careful too, because a lot of times it's not great weather out, and you're driving around and you're doing this, and yeah, there's the thrill of the hunt and shop, but there's a lot of people out there doing it, so be safe.
Good words of advice, and that's the biggest thing. I'll sum it all up for you as we end this, is don't be a dick. Go out there. Yep. Everybody's out there to make it a good experience. They're trying to do what they can to help you. No one's working off commission. So don't be a dick when you go shopping this Friday, and be safe. So MC, Thanks for being on the show. And this is Gesture for Me Podcast You Listen. Have a good Thanksgiving, and stay away from too much turkey because it'll cause you to have pooping issues. All right.
Tryptophan.
Well, you guys.
Yeah, God bless you all. Be safe, like I said, and we appreciate you guys listening. Follow us on Me Podcast You Listen on all social media platforms. Look us up on iTunes because we're a staple there if you're not listening to it already on iTunes. You can listen to it with your phone kind of in resting, I don't know if it'd be sleep mode or whatever, but you can listen to us the easiest on iPhone and still do other tasks too. So remember that we can be found there too, and it's a great place to listen to us while you're doing other activities too.
Thank you for listening to Me Podcast You Listen. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And now catch us on iTunes at Me Podcast You Listen.